Hello and welcome to Yogalete. My name is Mary Grayson. I'm so happy that you've happened upon this page, or maybe you're here intentionally, whether you are a first timer or a regular student of mine or a regular athlete of mine. Welcome back to the channel. This is a space where you can come back time and time again, and that's sort of the purpose of this core challenge. So the core is super important for every movement that we do, especially in athletics. Or if we're trying to gain strength or build strength in our bodies for whatever reason, the core is super important. So we're going to start here. This is the second video of this series, and we're going to get started today in a tabletop position. So in the tabletop, you're going to bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. You're going to bring your knees underneath your hips. Spread your fingers wide and draw your shoulders back away from your ears. You're going to bring your belly button just slightly in and up towards your spine, and on your inhale, draw your shoulder blades together, lift your tailbone, lift your heart. And on your exhale, round your spine as you press the floor away, tuck your tailbone under. And then you're just going to keep moving like that, taking deep breaths in as you arch, and deep breaths out as you round and curl. Inhaling and exhaling. Continue like this several more rounds. Maybe add in some little barrel rolls, rolling your spine in big circles. Maybe add in some hip circles. Whatever would feel right in your body right now. This is the time where we take in information about our bodies, like what feels tight, what feels loose, how are we feeling, what are we working with. And taking one more round. And then we're going to come back to a neutral spine. So again, thinking about your belly button drawing in and up towards your spine. You're going to take your right foot straight back towards the back of the mat. Just take a second, roll back and forth on your foot. And then you're going to lift that foot up, press the heel straight back, press through your left shin, and then see if you can reach your left arm forward. Good. Keep holding here. Take an inhale. On your exhale, see if you can draw your knee and your elbow towards each other. And then inhale, reach it out long. Exhale, draw everything in. Inhale, reach long. Try to keep your body as still as you can as you're doing this, drawing in on the exhale. And then reaching long again. Hold here. Take an inhale. Hold for the exhale. One more inhale. And then exhale, drop it all down. Take a round of cat and cow if you need. And then you're going to come back to center. You're going to take your left toe straight back now. Again, rolling back and forth on the calf if you need to. And then seeing if you can reach the foot up and then press back through the heel. Draw your inner thighs towards each other. Now you can always come onto fingertips here, or if you'd like, again, reaching the right arm forward, coming into the bird dog shape. Press through the right shin and through the left hand. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw everything into center, squeeze it in. Inhale, press it back, reach your fingertips forward. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach it long. Last time, exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach it long. Hold here. Another inhale. And exhale, draw everything back down to center. Take a second, bring your knees wide, and bring your big toes together to touch. Reach your fingertips forward, set your hips back towards your heels. Get a little stretch through your low back. Good, and then you're going to shoot yourself back up towards that tabletop, but this time you're going to step your feet back to a high plank. All right, so again, you're always going to have the option to bring your knees down, right? That is always an option. This is just a variation of a plank. Either way, whether you're in high plank or a knee plank. We're going to do a little sequence here. Okay, so on your knees, if you're on your knees, you're going to open up toward the left side, reach your right arm up overhead. You're going to come back to center, and then open up to the right side. So maybe you're in a full plank right now, and that's fine. And then come back to center, right? So that's the knee version. If you're on your feet, here's this version, but we're just going to keep moving back and forth like that, right side, left side. So inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. So really like sticking that landing in the side plank, really squeezing through every muscle in your body. One more time on the right. Good. Coming back to center. Going to bring your forearms down to the mat, coming into a forearm plank. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, coming into dolphin, walking the feet in. So sort of like a down dog. You may not have the flexibility to walk your feet very far in, and that's fine. Just walk them in as much as you can. Press your arms down and forward, so you're getting a little stretch through your shoulders here. Take a few more breaths. Maybe gaze towards the top of your mat. Beautiful. You're going to walk your toes back. Slowly lower your hips down for a second. Keep your elbows where they are. You're going to untuck your toes, draw your elbows back, feel that little stretch through your core. Now drop your chin down towards your chest and roll your head side to side. Now lifting your head back to center. You're going to come back through that little forearm plank. Walk your feet back into dolphin. From here, you're going to lift your right leg high, coming into a three-legged dolphin. And on your exhale, lower it back down. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, lower it back down. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, lower. Good. Walk your toes back. You're going to take your hands, press back up to a plank pose. Now from here, you're going to lower all the way to your belly. Beautiful. Take a second here. You can move your feet side to side. Okay. Now from here, we're going to do a little bit through the back body. So you're going to reach your fingertips forward. And then from here, take your hands back behind your head. Now on your inhale, you're going to press into your legs, squeeze your glutes. See if you can lift your chest and just squeeze your elbows back. And then maybe reach your arms back towards your feet here. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you're going to reach your arms forward. See if you can keep the chest lifted. Hands behind the head, reach the elbows back. Fingertips reach back. See if we can go through that a couple more times. Arms reach forward. Hands behind the head, lift through the chest. Fingertips back, squeeze the shoulder blades in. One more time, reaching forward. Hands behind the head, press through the legs. And then reach the fingertips back. See if you can reach a little higher. Breathe in. And then breathe out. You can take your hands to the top of the mat. Take one cheek to the top of your hands and just move your feet side to side. Take a few breaths. A little bit more through the back body. You're going to come into some cobra and leg lifts. So you're going to zip your legs together. You're going to come into cobra first. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. On your inhale, you're going to slide your hands back, squeeze your elbows in, lift into cobra. On your exhale, you're going to lower down. See if you can lift your legs up. Squeeze through the glutes. And then press through the legs. Inhale, lift through the upper body. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the legs. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the upper body. Exhale, lower down. Last time. Inhale, lift the legs. Exhale, lower down. Good. Inhaling, you're going to press back up through your plank position, and this time you're going to come into a downward facing dog. So once you get to your dog, I just want you to take a second, kind of move your body, move into one knee and then the other. Down dog's not for everyone. You can always come to a child's pose, maybe a tabletop instead. Alright, from here we're going to get into some standing postures. So either in a tabletop or a down dog, you're going to lift your right leg high. On your exhale, you're going to squeeze your knee into your nose. Inhale, reach it high. Now this time we're going to make a square. You're going to bring your knee to your right elbow, to your left elbow, to your left wrist, to your right wrist, to your right elbow, and then back to three-legged dog. You're going to step your right foot through this time, coming into a high lunge. So keep your back heel lifted. You're going to rise up into this high lunge here. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you're going to take your right hand kind of back towards your left leg. You're going to reach your left arm up and back. So you're getting a nice big stretch through the front of your left hip. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, come back to center. You're going to step into a chair. So you're going to step your left foot in so that you're in a little chair position. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Now you're going to inhale, open up to the right. So right hand goes back, left arm forward. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale back to center. Keep your belly holding in. You're going to lift through your left heel. Come into a balancing chair. So you're pressing into that right leg, squeezing through that right glute, and then start to press back through the left heel. You can bring your hands to your heart center. Now you're in a balancing pose, warrior 3. Take an inhale. On your exhale, slowly bring the back toes down, coming into a runner's lunge. You can bring your left fingertips down, open up to the right side, get a little twist. And then exhale, bring the right hand down. Option for vinyasa if you want it. Rolling over the toes, coming to your half push-up, lifting into your back bend, and then making your way back into a dog or a table. Big breath in here. And a big breath out. You're going to inhale the left leg high. We're going to do that on the other leg. And then exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, lift the toes high. Exhale, knee to the left elbow. And then the right elbow. And then the right wrist. And the left wrist. And then the left elbow. And three-legged dog. Step the foot through. Coming into the high lunge, so make sure you've got some space between your legs before you rise up. Take your left hand towards your right thigh, and then you're going to reach your right hand up and back, coming into your revolved crescent. Keep breathing into the right side. Inhale back to center. And on your exhale, step into chair, right foot comes in. See if you can sink your hips a little bit lower. Big breath in. Exhale, twist to the left, open arm. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. On your exhale, come to your balancing chair, lifting through the right heel. Squeeze through the glute, and then you're going to start to press back through the right heel, coming into your balance pose. Keep your hips square. Take an inhale. On your exhale, step back through the right toes, coming into your twisted lunge, opening up to the left side. Big breath in here. And on your exhale, take your left hand down. Step your left foot back. Option for vinyasa if you want it, or just bring your knees down and sit back to a child's pose. Take a moment, forehead to the floor. And then we'll slowly end up making our way towards a seated position. We're going to make our way onto our booties, coming into a boat pose. So you can come towards the middle of your mat. And you're going to sit up nice and tall. You can always start here where you're holding onto the backs of your legs. You can stay here if you like. Maybe reach one arm forward, maybe the other. Maybe even lift your arms overhead. Maybe see if you can straighten your legs. Whatever option you choose, hold there another couple breaths. You're going to bring your feet down on your next exhale. Bring your hands behind you. You can turn your fingers out, roll your shoulders back, or turn your fingers forward, up to you either way. Shoulders are going to roll back. You're going to press into your feet. You're going to lift your hips up towards the sky. Now on your exhale, you're going to kind of press into your heels. Try to keep your butt lifted as you round through your shoulders and try to bring your hips back towards your hands. And then inhale, lift your hips up high. And then exhale, draw your hips back, press into your heels. Inhale, hips lift high. One more time, exhale. Press your hips back towards your hands. Inhale, lift into the reverse table. Take an inhale. And exhale, lower down. Take a moment, bring the soles of your feet together. You're going to sit up nice and tall. You can stay here with your fingers behind you and just press yourself forward. Maybe reach your fingertips forward or hold your ankles. Butterfly pose. We're going to stay here another couple breaths. On your exhale, slowly come back up. We're going to come back to the boat. You're going to lift your feet up off the ground. Press your heels forward. Maybe point your toes, up to you. Maybe reach your arms up, forward, wherever you want them. Keep your belly button lifting in and up towards your spine. Your pelvic floor is lifting in and up towards your spine. Big breath in. And exhale back to the reverse table. Take your hands behind you. Roll your shoulders back. On the inhale, lift your hips up. And on the exhale, draw your hips back in between your hands. See if you can keep your butt lifted. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, draw it back. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, draw it back one more time. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, draw it back. And coming back to center, lift high one more time. Feel that stretch in your shoulders. And then lower the hips down. From here, you're going to bring your feet forward a little bit. Reach your arms forward. Coming all the way back onto our backs for the rest of class. You're going to bring your feet back towards your glutes. We're going to come to a bridge pose just to get a little back bend. So take a second, let your hips settle for a moment. And then find your elbows on the floor next to you. You're going to press into your elbows for your shoulders. Start to open, your collarbones start to open. And then start to press into your feet, all four corners of your feet. Gently tuck your tailbone under just a little bit and squeeze your inner thighs together. And then maybe interlace your fingers and press your shoulder blades closer towards each other. Pressing into the pinky side edges of your hands. Breathing here as you press your chest back, lifting your hips high. couple more breaths. Last inhale. And on your exhale, gently release your arms out from underneath you. Slowly roll your hips back down onto the floor. Take a moment here, let your knees knock in on each other. Bring your feet wide on your mat. You're going to bring your arms to a goalpost or maybe to a T. You're going to bring your knees back up. You're going to take your right ankle over the left thigh, and you're going to actually start to move your knees over to the right side. So you're getting a stretch through that left hip, left side of the core. You're just going to breathe here into that left side. If this doesn't feel good on your knee, I get it. You can come out of the stretch at any time. Keep breathing, a couple more. We're going to come back up through center. Now you're going to let your knees fall to the other side. So you're twisting now to the left with this figure 4 shape in your legs. You can play with the placement of your legs if you need to. We'll take one more deep breath in here. And a deep breath out. Slowly make your way back up to center. Take your right foot back down. Take your left foot over the right thigh. You're going to move to the left first. So stretching the outer right hip first. Maybe you look over your right shoulder. Coming back to center. You're going to move to the other side now. So big figure 4 twist all the way to the right. You can play with the placement of your legs. Maybe look over your left shoulder. Coming back to center. Take a moment here. We're just going to stay with this knock-kneed position. Coming into our final resting pose. Taking a second, letting everything settle. Allowing yourself to take a moment to notice all of the different points in your body again, just like you did in the beginning of class. So we were taking in information, moving through the cat and cow, what felt tight, what felt loose, what sensations did you feel, and what do you feel now? How does everything feel after the movement? What does your body need right now? Take a moment, meditate on these things, focusing in on your breathing. Take about 8 more rounds of breath. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like to. No rush to come out. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.